You're watching the TCMMA podcast.
Sage says Whittaker stops him. Chimaev used to beating smaller guys. The master weighing in saying, "Are you going to do an in-depth breakdown of Whittaker versus Chimaev? Something down the line, exploring both fighters' win strategy." Yeah, of course. Of course, we're going to be talking about this fight so much. We've already done the prediction. That's all in there, right? The 2-minute prediction, the 15-minute podcast on just reacting the morning that it happened. It's like, what do you say? You're just so excited about it. But yeah, and the clear path for Khamzat is to just KO Whittaker because he's a big guy. Whittaker's path is to KO Khamzat and also defend the takedowns. If he can't defend the takedowns against Khamzat, it's going to be a short night because he knows he can use that to win. Maybe he wants to stay away from the KO power. So at first for Whittaker, it's to defend takedowns. Those are the strategies for both fighters. Khamzat just goes in like, he's like really like an old school football team, right? I talk about this a lot. That is going to come in and run the football. And if you can't stop it, they're going to do that all night, and they're going to chew the clock, and they're going to get a few stops on defense, and they're going to win the game. And that's kind of how Khamzat does in the fight game. He's going to do whatever he has to do to win. I don't know that there's always a clear strategy, right? Like first, he's probably going to try to shoot in for some takedowns to test Whittaker. But we'll have to wait and see. But the KO is always there for Khamzat too. But 5 rounds, I don't think he's wanting to go 5. He's going to try to go in there in the first and get a finish. And darn it, he better do it or he's going to get tired. It's the bottom line. Kenneth Bruner, Khamzat is looking massive on some recent photos. He has to be walking around at close to 215, 220 at least. Looks like he's been given the okay to eat and nourish the body. He looks full and powerful. We've never seen him this filled out. I'm expecting an absolute clinic from Khamzat. Total domination, basically, of Whittaker. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah. You know, me and Bruner are together on this topic. We always have been and always will be. That Khamzat is going all the way. And then some. Max Holloway. EB Files X says, I have this feeling that Max will win. I'm thinking about putting some dough on it. You know, I always say, you know, break these things down and really be sure what you're doing. Really be sure what you're doing. Because these fights, they can go any number of ways. It's never a guarantee. Max Holloway is going to have a tough time with Justin Gaethje. I repeat, he's going to have a tough time with Justin Gaethje. And Gaethje saying today, you know, the bottom line is his prediction is a doctor stoppage. And I saw that and I was like, you know, that's clever because it's like, unless he KOs Max, which is definitely a possibility, he's going to beat him enough to where Max Holloway is a type that won't quit, but the doctor will make him quit. And that's a legitimate possibility. I mean, you could almost see the fight playing out that way. You could definitely see the fight playing out that way. So a really good prediction by Justin Gaethje, who Khabib said was the hardest puncher he's ever faced. And Gaethje saying Oliveira hit him harder than anyone's hit him. So you had all that going around the table today. But the middleweight division, ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress this enough. The middleweight division is looking ridiculous right now. In terms of the fights that lay before us, Whittaker versus Khamzat, Duplessis versus Adesanya. What's Sean Strickland going to do? You know, he's like the one that's left out of the semifinals. What's Strickland going to do? Because it's just tough. It's tough because you have these 3 up there that are kind of passing the belt around a little bit. If Adesanya wins, the belt's being passed around. But you have a guy named Khamzat coming that will put a stop to all that. So it's just a matter of time. But it's just really interesting to watch all this play out.
He's gon' fight, he's gon' fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded.